Heya folks, how's it going? I'm Lexi, and normally on the gaming table we review one whole new tabletop role-playing game once a week, every week. If that sounds interesting to you and you're new to me, please hit subscribe and keep watching. Today I am doing something slightly different. A while ago, I was reached out to by the very kind folks at Chaosium, asking if I would like to review the Cults of RuneQuest books. I said yes because I'm a huge sucker for RuneQuest, even though I normally don't review supplements. I am absolutely super late to reviewing these because it's been months since I've had them, but I'm so excited to talk about them. Today we are talking about Cults of RuneQuest, the Earth Goddesses. RuneQuest is a Bronze Age fantasy tabletop role-playing game. I happen to love it. It is right up my alley and everything I like. I grew up loving learning about the ancient world, and I can absolutely see the different inspirations this game has taken from them. And they've synthesized their own unique ideas to create this very engaging world. There's several groups of sentient beings that reside in this world, known as Glorantha. There's conflict based on religion, history, ethnicity, cultural differences. It feels like a huge world with a lot to explore, and yet it's also a flat oblong. Some of the groups in this world are on the rise to power, while others are dealing with division and strife. There's also magic in this world. Also gods, which are real or understood to be real, and we seem to have tangible evidence of their influence on the world. Belonging to a cult in this world can endow upon a character duties, responsibilities. Belonging to a cult of worship in this world imparts on a character worship duties, responsibilities to the community, and more, but in exchange they might gain access to interesting powers, hospitality, and perhaps even one day favor with a god itself. This book centers on the Earth Goddesses. These are goddesses who are often associated with fertility and agriculture, as well as themes of death and rebirth. The religious significance of fertility throughout our world's history has often been connected to feminine figures, so it makes absolute sense that these characters are going without shirts. I personally do not think this is crude or inappropriate. The pantheons in this game are often interconnected. In some areas, pantheons will cross over, or deities will be worshipped in two different places, the same or as different aspects. I personally love the grain goddesses. The grain goddesses are responsible each for a type of grain in this world, and their influence is strongest in the places where this grain grows. There's a few important characters to keep track of in this pantheon. There's Elnada, Aldra, Arcelina, Babista Gore, Caladra and Aurelian, the Cult of the Bloody Tusk, Donadar, Aretha, Flammel, the Grain Goddesses, Marun, Mostel, Pamalt, Tiakoratek, Aurelia, and Voria. Enalda is perhaps the biggest figure in the pantheon. She is the Mother Earth, and she is responsible for the creation of several of these other gods, and is also often partnered with the head of the Lightbringers pantheon, Orlan. We also get information about Ardra, who is the goddess who is responsible for the creation of the elves, and Mostel, the creator of the dwarves. We don't get a lot of information in the base RuneQuest book about the elves and dwarves, so this bit of lore was particularly exciting for me. As these deities are centered around growth and fertility, many of them are depicted feminine or female. While you may think of these figures as mostly being about birth and growth, there are also some that are about death and destruction. This is because there is a cycle to honor in creation and growth. There's plenty of times that the manual summarizes information in a shorter manner, and if you so choose, you can read a longer passage. This manual, as you can probably tell, is more lore-focused than it is mechanics-focused. This book covers the requirements and responsibilities of joining one of these cults, and perhaps what some of the benefits are. These would be access to rune. Players can often trade power to gain these runes, which have some special abilities that can be conferred upon them. There are some really cool ones. I really love these books. I am a sucker for RuneQuest lore. If I wasn't into RuneQuest, I probably wouldn't have even said yes to taking a look at these. This is more of a lore source book than a typical expansion, so it is a little bit difficult for me to tell you that you absolutely need it if you are at all interested in RuneQuest. If you are running a campaign of RuneQuest, if you are like me and you are already invested in RuneQuest, you're probably going to want to pick up this book. If you are running a game of RuneQuest or you're a player in one, these books could be extremely helpful. The characters of this world intimately know these mythologies and are familiar with these worship practices. One of the other big draws of this book is just how beautiful it is. The art in this book is stunning, and it is some of my favorite art that I have seen in a tabletop role-playing game, full stop. These Cults of RuneQuest supplements are probably only for the already invested in RuneQuest. I don't see this as necessarily a gateway product to the franchise and the game. They're very helpful if you're running the game, and they are a joy to read. If you're not too sure, perhaps see if a friend has a copy, or if you would like to purchase a PDF before diving in. I believe this guide is around the $35 to $40 mark. If you're into RuneQuest, then that's going to be a very easy price to pay. And if you are playing the game often, this could be extremely worthwhile. I think I perhaps might love RuneQuest more than the average tabletop player, but hey, at least I'm honest about it. I did try to be fair. Do you think I was fair, or am I too much of a sucker? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. While you're there, I encourage you to like this video, subscribe and turn on notifications so YouTube tells you when I've uploaded next, and you could even share this video with a friend, maybe a fellow RuneQuest enthusiast. I also have a Ko-Fi page where you can donate to help keep this channel going. I think I'll be doing a few more videos about RuneQuest in the future, and I just want to thank Chaosium for sending books out to me to review. It's a big help and I'm very grateful. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to seeing you next time at the gaming table. Bye!